Hey guys, today we're gonna keep talking about what's going on in the tour. We're gonna talk about what happened in Savannah, Georgia. It was an amazing city. I was very happy to be there. I really enjoy Savannah, Georgia. I had a lot of cool features, a lot of cool places. The architecture there, it's awesome. It's a very nice place. Doors are definitely different everywhere. Home doors, business doors, very different from what I've seen before. I've never been in that place. For me, it was definitely a cool place to visit. Highly recommend it. So let me talk to you about what happened there. First of all, we went to the downtown area and I got to see some British architecture. It was really cool. The JW Marriott on River Street. It was actually a cool place. It was very neat. I'm a fan of stones. I love stones and minerals personally, and they have like a museum inside of this place where all kinds of stones from all over the world are there, and they're just not little stones. They're stones like the size of myself, and some of them were bigger. So if you're a stone person and you like minerals and rocks like me, highly recommend it. It's a River Street, very cool place to visit. They also had a restaurant and a bar in there called Bao Bao. Yeah, it was actually a very nice restaurant. It's inside of the JW Marriott. It's really nice. It's very cool looking, a lot of art. It was a themed out after Africa. So it was a really nice place. And I really enjoyed it. We had a very nice server there. He was very knowledgeable about the background of the restaurant and stuff like that. It was really nice. The customer service was on point. Highly recommend you stop there if you ever stop at Savannah, Georgia. Another thing I want to talk about, guys, is that I had the pleasure to attend to a lecture based on philosophy, which is kind of cool. It's a lot of the stuff that was spoken there that night was really interesting, and an amazing point of view from this guy by the name Dr. Douglas Headley. An internationally recognized scholar and professor of the philosophy of religion at the University of Cambridge. So I never heard of this guy before, but then I did my research about him and I read a little bit about him and I started understanding what they were presenting at that lecture. So how I came across, I just saw a group of guys loading up some film equipment upstairs to this beautiful house in Savannah, Georgia. And I just asked what's going on here, and they invited me that night. So we all went in there, and we had an amazing time. I really enjoyed it. It was about 2 hours to 3 hour lecture, and it was awesome. I was like all ears throughout the whole entire lecture. So it was very nice. I believe they're going to have more lectures. If you look it up, they're going to have at least 4 more lectures this month. And the last one, I believe, is May 1st. So if you happen to have the opportunity to come up there to Savannah, Georgia, absolutely look it up because it was a great experience. Not only that, but around that area, it seems like a lot of filming takes place. So a lot of the homes and buildings have been used to film. And it was actually very interesting. I can see why films will look forward to using those structures because, like I said earlier, they are mind-blowing. You got to see the structure of that place. Downtown Savannah, it's beautiful. Very happy that I went there. And also that area has a lot of cool barbershops. The barber pole was one of the stops we went to. I couldn't personally go in, but my team went in there, took a lot of videos and pictures. And then later on that night, when we went strolling for a bike ride, I picked in, and it was an actually very nice shop. So the Pole Barbershop in Savannah, Georgia. If you ever need a haircut, stop by there. I can see they take pride when I peeked through that window that night. And so what they had going on. So yeah, so for Savannah was Georgia. Met a lot of great people, met a lot of great barbers, and I am going to talk to you about next city soon. So yeah, all the other stops that we stopped at Savannah, all the other barbershops we stopped at, we couldn't really get a lot of footage in there. A lot of them were very busy, which is a great thing for barbers. So I was able to just take a couple of shots, a couple of pictures of the outside and maybe some of the inside. But yeah, that's it for Savannah. Very happy to stop there and very excited that I was able to meet so many cool barbers and people, not only barbers, but people, business owners and professors and all that cool stuff. So moving on to Charleston. So as soon as we get there, I want to just start planning my route. As soon as we get there, we find a nice place to park near the bridge of Charleston. So we parked there. I started working on my route, and I started pinpointing all these barbershops that we're gonna tackle next day. So something inside me made me want to pull out my metal detector, and I went just treasure hunting. And I didn't find much. I just found a couple of nickels and a few pennies and a bunch of pull tabs. But one of the nickels was so old that I can't even tell the date on it. So I'm pretty excited to put in some acid back at home and see what date it is. It seems pretty old, and it's got some water damage. I finished the route plan, and we went on the mission on bikes. It's a little tight everywhere, so we had to just basically get on our bikes and just stroll around town. So we went and completed all of our routes there. A lot of cool barbershops. Most of these guys, again, were very busy at the time that we went, so we couldn't really get a lot of footage and a lot of pictures, but we did capture some cool sights and cool scenes. So Charleston was pretty cool. I got the pleasure to meet a very interesting barber. His name is That Miller. So he's been cutting hair way before I was born. And he was telling me a little bit about himself. And turns out that he was the first black person that started cutting hair at the Citadel. So for those who don't know what the Citadel is, definitely look it up. It's a very interesting place. A lot of disciplinary going on around that town, military. The fact that I got to meet that guy there, I was not expecting that. And I went home later on that day and started doing some research. And if you read the article, it's mind-blowing and it's fascinating. It's amazing how far we have come. It was great to meet this person, and I'm super excited to keep in touch with him and learn a lot more about this fella. So anyways, later that evening after our route was done, we went for a stroll around town. We scoped out a few places. I went to an antique store. We went and got some ice cream later on, and we just walked around town. Again, I was very amazed by the architecture of this place. Charleston, definitely, it's very different, very unique. I don't think I like it as much as Savannah, but it was beautiful. It's a beautiful town. I think Savannah was definitely, architecture was a lot more intense, and then the vibes of Charleston was definitely good, great. I really enjoy the architecture, the buildings. It was really nice. Oh yeah, so walking on the streets of Charleston, I meet this guy. He approaches us asking what CMC Grooming Products is, and so I let him know what we're doing. I let him know who we are, and give us some product, and he allowed me to style his hair right on the sidewalk of Charleston. So it's pretty awesome. Turns out that this guy has done some work for Amazon, so kept this information. Hopefully we can get in Amazon one day through the help of Taylor. Taylor, it was very nice to meet you. I hope you like the product. I hope you like the way I styled it there, man. Thank you for your trust. It's not every day someone, approaches a stranger and allows them to mess with his hair. So I really appreciate that, Taylor. Hope to see you soon, man. We'll be in touch. Enjoy the channel. Enjoy the videos. All right, guys. So that's it for Charleston. And next stop is going to be Columbia.